Okay, so we are going to get started with our craft along, and thank you so much for joining us because we love being a part of the volume events. Thanks for purchasing the craft along kit. All comes in package just like this. If you have not purchased this kit, we do have a few bundles left on our website. If you go to shopquickquotes.com, click on online events, and then it should be the volume event that comes up at the top. And this is actually a bundle. You get 3 chalking inks and 2 different quote sheets with it as well. So it's like $30-some worth of product for $19.99. So if you have not purchased this, we have a few bundles left. Check that out. And we will go ahead and get started. If you want to go ahead and open your kit, start punching out pieces, you can see here I have most of my die cuts punched out. Oh, this one has a little interactive tag that comes out at the top of your page protector as well. I forgot about that. I don't have mine glued down very well for my sample, but it's kind of an add a little bonus for a feature. And I'm going to set these to the side. And what I normally do is get my instructions out and lay them next to me. Of course, you can just follow along with me, but it's very handy to have this sitting next to you so you can kind of gauge where things go on the page. With all of our kits, it always starts with what to punch out, what to cut. We try to get all the cutting out of the way first. This one actually is a pretty simple kit when it comes to cutting because I don't think there's any cutting diagrams on here. I think we have it all cut and ready to go for you. On the front, we always suggest which color Powder Puff chalking inks we use. This one we suggest Mango Mai Tai, Huckleberry, Montego Bay, but there's also lots of different colors that will match this color scheme. So if you have your stash of Powder Puff chalking inks, you grab the ones that you know you will like with these. But this is a bundle, so we rarely do that, but we added chalking inks to the bundle. So you have these 3 colors that will match. Okay, so I have my die cuts punched out, and what I usually do is just put them in a pile by color. I want to mention a couple of things here. This piece is a negative that we use for a photo backer, so we are going to cover this up, so don't throw that away. It may look like garbage, but for those of you that have taken Quick Quotes classes before, you could say hi in the comments so we know who you are, but you know that we try to use every piece of paper, so a lot of the negatives we'd say don't throw away because you'll go fishing through the garbage. We try to use every piece, so make sure you save that. And this is also a negative that we're going to use too for your tag. Don't throw that one away. And we are going to use this outside frame and the inside of this for a photo backer as well. So when you punch these out, make sure you hang on to those pieces as well. Okay, I'm just going to set these out of the way, and I'm going to get my 2 background papers and bring them in. And if you like to wait and punch your die cuts out as you go, then that's fine too. A lot of times I do. If there's more intricate ones or small ones that I think I might lose along the way, I just leave them actually in the paper so that I can punch them out as we go. So the first step, we are actually going to do page 1, and this sun is going to go on first. So the way that the die cut comes is just like this, all attached together. We are going to take out that skinny piece because that will be going on the other page. We'll get this set up, and if I forget to say chalk it up, you just go ahead and stop where you are and chalk any piece you would like with any color you would like. I am going to use, I have Mango Mai Tai right here. Another good orange to use is like pumpkin pie, terracotta, Lots of different colors you could use. So if you haven't used Powder Puff chalking inks before, we are going to show you here just how they work. It is a chalk ink. It dries fast, it dries permanent, goes on wet, but it dries almost instantly, and it has the soft look of chalk. And for those of you that have maybe the entire collection, which we have well over 100 different colors, let us know in the comments what your favorite color is. I am a big fan of these oranges, and I think probably my favorite orange is pumpkin pie. I use that for a lot. One of our newer orange colors is fall leaves. That one is my favorite as well. But there's lots of different colors to choose from. So go ahead and chalk things up as we go, and I probably won't chalk every single piece, but it is your project. You chalk up whatever it is you would like. And typically on our layouts we do chalk up almost everything. I just know time-wise that I probably won't be able to get to all of it. I'm going to do the edges of these sun rays with just a little bit of orange. Bright yellow would be nice with this too, like maybe desert sun. That one actually is a little more like a darker yellow. And then at an angle, you can go ahead and adhere that onto your page. The next part we are going to put together is your layered photo backer, which is this frame with this negative glued on top of it, and this yellow piece on top of it. So you have purple frame, blue, yellow. And again, go ahead and chalk these up as you go. Any color you would like. But let us know in the comments what your favorite Powder Puff chalking ink color is. I'm always curious to know. And if you are using something on this craft along that you think is kind of unique to use on this, sometimes people throw out colors that we would have never even thought to use on these projects, and they look amazing. This one looks good with a little red, so if you wanted to put a little red over the top of that orange, that's kind of fun too. Next we are going to layer our flowers. So we are going to take, and I'm going to put them together before I actually glue them together so that I know which flower goes with what. We want our largest blue flower, and then there are two smaller sized blue. I'm going to go on the side here, and then two small aqua color ones that go right on top of that. And I want to show you a little trick that I love with flowers to make it kind of pop off the page. You have a yellow one that goes in the middle of this, and I think it's the only yellow flower, so you don't have to decipher which one goes where. But I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to use, let's see, this is barn board, so it's a little bit of a reddish. I'm going to do my flowers in that reddish pink color. And then what I do, I'll do the blue as well. For the blue, I have Blue Hawaiian. This is one of our most popular blues. I'm going to do those edges. Just give it a little more color, a little more dimension. But to add quite a bit more dimension with all my flowers, I actually take each petal and I just fold it right in the middle. And it looks kind of messy to begin with, but it really makes things kind of lift off the page and give it more of a three-dimensional look. And you need a little spot of glue here. And go ahead and do that with all your flowers. If you want them to pop off the page a little bit. So as I think I mentioned, we will be giving away a fun prize throughout or after the event to someone who makes a comment on our, actually a couple of prizes for our comments on our video. So say hi, say where you're from, let us know your favorite chalking ink, maybe your favorite kit from Quick Quotes. If you're a Club Q member, put that in the comments. Let us know what you like about Club Q. If you have any questions, you just let us know. Okay, and before you glue these flowers down, of course, if you don't have a picture to put in here yet, you want to make sure to leave this open so that you can add your picture later. I am going to take my banner here, and I'm going to put some blue on the end of my aqua banner. Just kind of gives it a little bit of an ombre effect. And actually, I have Blueberry Bliss here. I'm going to put some darker blue on there. So you could put a lighter blue and then use your darker blue. If you mix colors, of course, you always want to use your lighter color first so that you're not getting the darker color on your ink pad. It's just a fun way to add some extra color to it. My Blueberry Bliss I've probably had open for 2 years, so it's running out a little bit. I better get a new one. Okay, on this banner, you can go ahead and get it set up where you want it to be. But on the banner, we are going to add our letters. And typically when I punch these out, I like to lay them out so that I know what it's supposed to say, so that it's supposed to say sunny across here. I lay them out in front of me, but you know what? Today I'm making my life difficult and I put them all in one little pile here. So we'll just have to find the letters as we go. And again, if you want to chalk these up, you go for it. This is why I didn't glue flowers down yet, because I want to make sure that you can see the letters here too. And these you'll want to use a little glue pen. And I just put just a few dots just on the back side of there. You don't have to cover the entire letter. You just want to put a few dots and it will stay on just fine. I'm going to grab my little purple piece here that says days so that I have somewhere to put my D. Okay, and I hear a train coming, and I know a lot of you who do our online events that Quick Quotes hosts, every time a train goes by when we do our live events on our Facebook page, we give away prizes. So I'm going to apologize now because the train will probably get loud. It runs right next to our warehouse. And if you haven't joined us before for one of our online Facebook events, check it out. We do one every quarter and it's so fun. It's a full day of classes. And oops, I put that in the wrong spot. We do a full day of classes and it's usually around $60, and we are actually live, and anything we do, it's not erasable. It is completely live, so join us. It's really a fun event. I'm not actually sure when the next one is, but if you go to our website, we have lots of events on there because we also do in-person events. So, but here comes the train. Every time on our live events, we give away a prize. So I'll apologize for how loud it's going to get here for just a second. Okay, so next, what I would do is kind of take your instruction sheet and see where things should be placed here, so you know that you can, we're gonna put the purple one down first. You want to kind of gauge where the circle goes there, and you can always adjust things just a little bit. I like to lay it down on my page before I actually adhere it to my page, so I know I have everything where I want it to be. But just for time wise, I'm going to lay it out here, show you where to glue. And I'm going to see if there is a specific measurement on here for where to put the pocket. So we want to put the pocket 1 1/4 inch down from the top, 1 1/4 inch, and I work in abouts, and so I will just lay it out about 1 1/4 inch from the top, and from the right side of the page we want about 1.5 inches. So you want this up here far enough so that you have room to just easily pull that out of the top of your page protector. And when you glue this one down, you want to make sure that you only do the bottom and the sides to the very, very edge. Okay? So 1.25 inches down from the top, 1.5 inches from the right side of the page. The next one that will go on is your, I think this is about a 5 by 5 square. That is your next photo backer. And again, chalk these up as you go. This one actually kind of overlaps just a little bit. And again, just put glue just maybe in the center so that you're not covering up anything else, so you can put pictures on it later. The next two pieces are your blue square and your 4 by 6 aqua. And this one goes in just a little bit just to cover up the corner or the end of that circle. Your aqua one, it can either go, depending on what picture you have, it can kind of go underneath, it can go on top, just depends on where you would like it. I'm going to put it here. So we also have on this aqua piece, we have 2 tags that are going to go right up here. If you have already glued that down, no biggie. You can put the tags right at the top just so they kind of look like they're tucked in. Or you can leave this open so that you can tuck your tags in here. And you can put little pictures on here. You can put dates. You can put a little quote on there. There's lots of options for these little decorative embellishment tags. Down below we have flowers that you can again fold, chalk up, give a little extra dimension on there. Your tag, I didn't cut mine out of here, so this is really the only cutting we have. We are going to cut out our little journaling sheet. I'm going to cut right in between the purple and the yellow there. And a lot of times I do all the cutting at the beginning, but really there wasn't much. It was just this time, so it goes pretty quickly. Chalk up the edges of this. Your journaling sheet gets glued right onto your tag. Just like that. And then once you have your purple piece glued in, that slides right in behind there. I'm going to finish cutting out this other little piece here. And when you are trimming these out, if you accidentally have like a little white edge like I did here, just chalk it up with a color that matches, and you'll never know that the little white edge is there. It's sometimes hard to get your trimmer right on there exactly. So I'm going to use, I think this is Huckleberry. I'm just going to go around the edges, and then you never even know that that little white mark is there. Okay. And this little piece that we cut out is going to tuck right underneath your flowers there. So it says, I was made for sunny days. Oops, I moved this around with my trimmer. There we go. So the only other thing you have left to do on this is your little buttons. We try to stay pretty organized with our kits, so we always put all the little embellishments in a bag like this. Your 2 small brads go into your tags here, and you have 3 yellow buttons for your flowers, and one aqua button for your yellow flower here. And easy peasy, that was a very simple kit. Once you have photos in all of these, then I would go back through and add your little sun here in the middle. And I took this out. You can use this for something else, a little frame, put it somewhere here. But I chalked these up, and then after I have photos in there, I will just add it right to the center.